Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're embarking on a delicious journey to a country that's a crossroads of cultures, history, and incredible food, Turkey. But we're not just talking about any food. We're diving into a dessert that's as unique and fascinating as the country itself. Forget everything you think you know about ice cream, because what we're exploring today is a completely different experience. Have you ever heard of dondurma? Specifically, Maraş Dondurma? This isn't your typical soft, melty scoop of ice cream. Oh no, this is something special. Imagine an ice cream so dense and chewy that vendors famously hang it from hooks, and so stretchy they can play tricks with it, flipping it around on long paddles before you can even grab your cone. It's a spectacle, a treat, and a tradition all rolled into one. So, what's the secret behind this magical dessert? Let's break it down. The story begins in the city of Kahramanmaraş, or simply Maraş, nestled in the mountains of southern Turkey. This is the heartland of true dondurma. The first key ingredient that sets it apart is goat's milk. Not just any goat's milk, but milk from goats that graze on the specific vegetation of the Maraş region. This gives the milk a distinct, rich flavor that's the foundation of the ice cream's unique taste. It is a little tangier and much richer than the cow ice milk we're used to in most ice creams. But the real magic, the secret ingredient that gives dondurma its signature hardness and elasticity, is something called salep. S-A-L-E-P. Salep is a type of flour made from the ground-up tubers of a wild orchid. And these aren't just any orchids, they're native to the mountainous regions of Turkey. This powder is a powerful thickener. When it's combined with the goat's milk and sugar, it creates a texture that's unlike anything else. It's chewy, dense, and incredibly resistant to melting. This is why you can literally slice dondurma with a knife and eat it with a fork, or why vendors can perform their famous ice cream acrobatics. The process of making it is also an art form. It's not just mixed and frozen. Traditional dondurma makers, known as dondurmacı, continuously churn and pound the mixture with long metal rods. This constant kneading is crucial. It works the ingredients together, developing that stretchy, cohesive texture. It's a physically demanding process, a true labor of love that has been passed down through generations. This is why you often see the vendors working the ice cream in deep, chilled containers, constantly stretching and pulling it. They're not just putting on a show, they're maintaining the ice cream's unique consistency. Now let's talk about the experience of eating it. When you order dondurma in Turkey, especially from a street vendor, be prepared for a bit of fun. They love to play with their customers. They'll hand you the cone, then snatch it away at the last second, flip it upside down, or hide it behind their back. It's all part of the charm, a playful dance before you get your reward. Once you finally get your hands on it, you'll notice it's not melting quickly, even in the hot Turkish sun. The first bite is surprising. It's cold, sweet, but you have to bite and pull. It has a satisfying chewiness, almost like a frozen taffy, but with the creamy, rich flavor of goat's milk and a subtle, almost floral hint from the salep. The flavors are usually simple. The most traditional is sade, which is plain, allowing the unique taste of the goat's milk and salep to shine. But you'll also find pistachio, or fıstıklı, which is another classic, made with world-famous pistachios from the Gaziantep region. The combination of the chewy ice cream and the nutty, crunchy pistachios is just heavenly. You might also find other flavors like chocolate or various fruits, but I highly recommend trying the plain or pistachio first to get the authentic experience. The cultural significance of dondurma is huge. It's more than just a dessert, it's a part of Turkish identity, especially in the Maraş region. The tradition is so important that Maraş ice cream has a protected geographical indication, meaning only dondurma made in that specific region using the traditional methods and ingredients can be called by that name. It's a source of local pride and a huge draw for tourists who flock to Maraş to taste the real deal. But why is salep so special, and why isn't this ice cream everywhere? Well, the wild orchids that produce salep are protected. Overharvesting has made them rare, so genuine salep is expensive and its export is restricted. This is why true Maraş Dondurma is a delicacy that you really need to travel to Turkey to experience authentically. There are other versions you might find around the world, but they often use different thickeners to try and replicate the texture, and it's just not the same. The unique combination of the local goat's milk and the real salep from wild orchids is what makes it truly one of a kind. Imagine walking through the bustling streets of Istanbul or a quiet lane in Maraş, hearing the clang of the dondurmaçı's paddle against the side of his cart. The playful shouts, the laughter of kids and adults alike as they try to outsmart the vendor. It's a sensory experience. The sight of the stretchy ice cream, the sound of the vendor's calls, the feel of the cool air coming off the cart, and finally, the incredible taste and texture. It's a memory that stays with you. For those of us who can't get to Turkey right now, we can still appreciate the craftsmanship and the story behind this amazing food. It's a reminder of how regional ingredients and centuries-old traditions can create something truly extraordinary. It's a testament to the ingenuity of people who took local resources, goat's milk from the mountains and a flour from the hills, and turned them into a beloved national treasure. It's slow food at its finest, a world away from the mass-produced tubs we find in our local supermarkets. So, the next time you think of ice cream, I hope you'll remember dondurma. Remember the stretchy, chewy texture, the rich goat's milk, the mystical salep powder from wild orchids, and the playful vendors of Turkey. And if you ever get the chance to visit, you absolutely must seek it out. Don't just eat it, experience it. Let the vendor play his tricks, laugh along, and then savor every single chewy, delicious bite. It's a taste of Turkish culture, history, and a little bit of magic. So, have you ever tried real Maraş Dondurma? Or have you seen the vendors in action? I would love to hear about your experiences. Share your stories and your favorite flavors in the comments below. Let's get a conversation going about this incredible dessert. What other unique foods from around the world should we explore next? Let me know. Thanks so much for joining me on this culinary adventure to Turkey. I hope you enjoyed learning about the secrets of dondurma. If you did, please give this video a big thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow. And if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you do not miss our next journey. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring. Thanks for watching.